Hello, craft beer friends, and welcome to Season 11, Episode 23 of Tap to Craft Podcast. I am Denny Luce coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and my partner in craft, the dog whisperer and my favorite Florida man from Tampa, Florida, Mr. Kris McKenzie. How the heck are you doing tonight? And if you have something in your glass, let us know what it is.
Denny, I'm doing well, slightly sunburnt, a little salty from being in the Gulf of America today.
Oh,
Yeah, and but doing well, doing well. And in my glass
oh, what was in your glass? Look at that. It's
was
empty.
Black Butte Porter from
Ooh,
Deschutes.
nice. So where'd you get that from?
This can.
You can get Deschutes now?
Yeah, we get
Oh, oh, that's right. It did come in. I forgot. Yeah, you just couldn't get the. Wait a minute, but
I couldn't get the anniversary
uh,
bottles or anything. Or I couldn't get
okay.
the
The
no, the
the
Kirkland,
Costco
the
one.
Costco
Yeah.
ones because I didn't go into Costco.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, great. I'm glad you're drinking. I forgot that you now get that in.
Yeah, I've seen four. I've seen the Black Butte. We get fresh squeezed, and
Yeah.
then the one that looks like the Patagonia
Oh,
logo.
yeah. It's called Patagonia. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's
I s-
Patagonia's light lagers.
hmm. Yeah, and then there's another one that's like another lager. It starts with a K.
Uh, King
Yeah,
Pilsner.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
King Crispy King Pilsner.
Something like that.
Man, you see how I know all this stuff? I'm at the shoots
Thank God for you,
loyalist.
Denny. As I'm sitting here with a Deschutes tin tacker right in front of me. But
That's right.
yeah, well, what about you? Do you have anything in your glass today or just full of air?
Right, right now I've got two empty glasses.
Ooh,
Woo!
that means something's coming
Um,
up.
I didn't want to overdo it. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather,
Why?
so I want to be able to enjoy the two tastings that we have, and if those go well, I do have a third beer that I can finish off a
Okay.
lager, and
Okay.
it's the Sierra Nevada's Summerfest lager.
Oh,
They've
it's a
come
good
out with
one.
Summerfest, and so I picked up a six pack when I was in Pocatello this week and just got back today, a few hours ago from Pocatello, visiting my daughter, helping her with her daddy do list of her new place to get all this stuff done. And when I was there, I grabbed a six pack of that and I had one can left, which I might be drinking later tonight
Your
as a
little girl's
nightcap.
growing up. She's bought her own house.
It's her second house that she's bought, so that's pretty impressive.
Jeez.
Two houses before 30. Well, she's 30 now, so I guess that's two houses and she's 30. But all right, well, we digress. But let's get the show started. Before we get too far into the content, we always want to let anyone new listening to Tap to Craft Podcast know what we're all about. We are an educational podcast focused on celebrating all things craft beer because we want to assist you, our listener, along in your craft beer journey and adventures. And you're listening to episode 283, recording on Monday, May 26, 2025. And yes, we are live on Facebook on this Memorial Day evening. And if you would like to join us during our recording session, you can do that on the Monday prior to release at 8:30 Eastern Time. And in this episode, we're going to learn all about thiolized yeast and how it can enhance beer flavors, as well as we have a couple Alabama beer tastings that Kris and I will be doing throughout the show. And you can count on Kris and I having some great beer conversation. Kris and I would like to thank all of our Patreon supporters because this episode is brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Mike Allen, Bill Schlemmer, Amanda and Kevin Argauer, Mike Blanchard, Tara Carlson and Jim Kutzel, and Alex Fuchs, and Eric Scotty Ward. They are all of our virtual producers. And Tom Byrne, Jeff Seiler, Johan Halberg, Shalom Moss, Mark Church, Eric Brownlee, and Batman Dan, who want to buy us a virtual beer. If you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your host or buying us a virtual beer or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/tapthecraft. Okay, Kris, now that you've finished that Deschutes Black Butte Porter, and as we already mentioned, my glass is empty. So let's fill this thing up and drink some beer with our first beer tasting, coming to us from Alabama, straight to Ale Stout at the Devil,
Well,
an
speaking of,
oatmeal
go ahead.
stout.
I'm sorry. I'm really good at that, interrupting you. I was to say,
No, go
speaking
ahead.
of Alabama, they had Black Butte Porter at the Brew in the Zoo event.
Oh,
So it's I don't know, it's coming full circle or something.
full circle. It's all
Yeah.
coming around. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Atlanta beer in the zoo here in a little bit.
Do you, do you have your temperature reader,
I do.
your thermometer handy?
I see. Wow, you're blinding me with
Don't look
science.
directly into the light.
You're,
Don't cross the streams. We'll be
you're
fine.
blinding me with science. Okay, I do have it. See,
Nice.
I'm going to take a shot of inside the glass. 52 degrees inside the glass.
So Denny said that nobody would be on with us when we got in here. Matt Knight has said cheers. Uh,
Oh,
Batman Dan and Batgirl Jessie have also said hello. Matt Knight said, I don't think that thermometer is accurate. Yeah, because when I pointed it at Denny, it didn't explode and say too hot.
too hot to handle.
All right, let's see.
Well, you know what? I don't have my official calibration sticker on here, Matt, so you're probably right. It's probably not. You don't think my beer is 52?
Mine said 45.9. He said you better send that to the metrology lab. Is that a
Metrology lab,
is
yes.
that a thermometer calibration office?
No, mine's for 52.
I
I'm
almost
going to
said
stick with it.
meteorology. I was like, why would you send it there? Metrology. There we go.
All right, so this straight to ale stout at the devil is an oatmeal stout with coffee, 7.8%. We're going right to the big boys. ABV, 22 IBUs. Look at that awesome beer label, too. It's got the guy shouting, devil shouting into a mic. It says this stout at the devil is an oatmeal stout brewed with sea salt caramel coffee. Oh, it's a specialty coffee.
Hmm.
Dark and robust. With this brew is slightly heavy on the palate with a mild carbonation. Okay, I like mild. It finishes with hints of caramel and strong coffee notes. Ooh, I can smell the caramel on the
Yeah.
nose. You smell that beer?
Just makes me want to listen to Motley Crue now.
Wow, that is this is a very cool aroma because it smells like caramel coffee. It's got caramel and it's got coffee undertones in there. Wow, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah. I need to get I was going to get a bright light. That's what I wanted to do is so I could show, but it's still pretty dark. That's
Well,
pretty
Denny, I mean, you could always just use
use
your
my
phone's.
phone.
Yeah.
Well, my
Wait a minute.
phone is currently hooked onto my little stand with Facebook on there so I can kind of keep up with what's being done. All right.
It kind of that doesn't really work too well because it's so bright.
It is so bright. It's making it look like it's more mahogany-ish. All right, let's take it. This smells good. Let's get a sip out of this thing.
I just realized I'm sitting way too close to my camera.
Are you?
Well, I was like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this beer and just sit up here.
I can see your Adam's apple. Where's Kris? I see his
Yeah.
throat.
Matt Knight said he's going to try to stay around as long as he can until he needs to get the kids to bed.
Well,
So,
thanks, Matt. That's
yeah.
great. That's
At
great.
least you're hanging out
Um,
with some really cool guys.
this has the perfect amount of coffee flavor in it.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, doesn't add bitterness to the finish. Hangs around, lingers around. Like I still can taste just that light-bodied coffee flavor with the caramel sweetness. Now the caramel sweetness comes up front, and then that coffee essence comes in through and just kind of sticks to your mouth and just leaves a nice, like aftertaste of coffee in there. It's really really pleasant.
So at 45, I'm at 45 point. Oh, it went away. 45.9 degrees. Um, Jesse said, Matt, use duct tape to keep the kids in bed. Uh,
That
um,
works.
I'm looking forward to when this beer starts to get a little warmer.
So mine's right now is the perfect temperature. 50, I think 52 is like the perfect temperature for this. Not too cold, not too hot. No sharp characters. Flavors are coming out. I'm gonna finish this beer off in about 2 minutes because this beer is really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. Straight to ale has been nailing it with the with the beers. That old ale that we had, that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
What was that? Unobtainium?
Unobtainium. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good stuff.
that was great. This one is great too. Man, I think I just found my new favorite Alabama brewery. Two beers, and I've fallen in love with them. Um, yeah, this is very easy to drink stout. It has all the characters that you want to find in a stout. Not too thick, which is one thing that I that will be. It's hard for me to drink a stout is if it's too thick. It's got a nice body. It's not bitter. It's really which is really great. So it balances out the sweetness that comes to the stout with the malt, with the hops and the coffee, and just makes it really a well balanced transition between that sweetness and the bitterness. It's really good, and the coffee flavor is fantastic with that caramel. Not too much caramel to
Yeah.
be too sweet. Really enjoyable, really enjoyable. And I think the oatmeal is adding a nice, smoothie, creamy mouthfeel to it too, which is great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I always get a little nervous when there's caramel flavor or maple
Hmm.
flavor because a little too much makes that's what you just taste for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and this one goes very well, and I love oatmeal stouts too because you do get that creaminess hopefully from the oatmeal. Um, but again, with the caramel, it's not too overpowering. It's just right.
Yeah, I mean, after you just drink that Black Butte Porter is almost like over strong compared to this one, right?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely heavy on the roast.
Yeah, this is really good. Man, very impressed, Dan. Thank you for sharing this beer with me. And
So
Kris,
basically, are you
I
are
like
you
it.
saying it when it's too thick, it's not always a good thing?
Me?
Yeah, sorry. I was just
Is that a joke?
yeah, it was. You were talking
I
about it.
told
It's,
you.
it's not too
I
you
told
don't
you
like
I'm out
them.
of it today.
Well,
I'm not going
no,
to pick up on all these jokes.
I lost the window for that, but I forgot
Oh,
about it and I wanted to throw it in there.
okay.
I wanted to slip it in, but if it's too thick, it's hard to do. But
Oh, Dan says you can get a keg for $69.
a whole keg or like a
No, like a
little
six
pony
still.
keg. Yeah,
No, probably a six stool one, but $69 for that is incredible because
that's
it's
pretty good.
$120 right now for here in the area to get a six stool of anything. It's over $100. So $69 is great.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm glad you caught on to that.
What did she say? She's
Chris
laughing.
just sent laughing emojis. Face
I'll have to
palm.
re-listen. I'll have to re-listen to it when I
Oh
edit.
yeah.
I'll just see what the joke I missed.
Yes, Jesse. And it is $69.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a sixtel
Okay. Well,
for
anything more to any more
$69.
to say? We're a bunch of children.
I know.
Um,
Listen, that's why we all get along so well.
yeah. Man, I'm right now as far as oatmeal stouts, and even adjunct added oatmeal stouts. This is probably good. I still have a little bit left, but this might be another five cap rating for me. Um, I'm really enjoying this stout. So that's all I have to say. You have any last parting words
Any
before
last
we go on?
words? I kind of feel bad that I didn't wait to taste it with you.
Oh, you already had this one.
Yeah.
Oh, so what did you rate it? I didn't see you
Let
already
me
had it.
find out.
Okay, let's see how Kris rated it without me, without my influence.
Wow, I've had a fair amount of beers before this. I had it before our Other Lands beer episode. No, no,
Oh, wow. That's a long time ago.
keep going.
That's two episodes back. That would be three.
Oh, where is it? No, keep going.
Come on, man. Are you sure you had this one?
I know I had it because if you look at our social media at all,
I
I
don't.
made a video for it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't. I don't have TikTok, so if it was
you
on
don't need
there,
TikTok.
I don't even know how. Yeah, but I don't even know how to see what you create if I don't have TikTok.
I'll send you the video.
Okay, thank
I
you.
almost, I swear that I did. actually. I went 4.25. Thank you to
Okay.
Dan W for this one. Super smooth coffee oatmeal stout.
Super, super
Um,
smooth.
super smooth.
Okay. All right. I'm right now 5. I'm going 5. I
See
love
what
this beer.
see what
This
happens when you're
beer is.
around to influence me?
Mm,
My check-ins are weighted.
no, I there's nothing wrong with this. This is like there's absolutely nothing I could say negative about this beer. I mean, is I could I could sit down and drink a few of these easily. That's what's so great about it. That's what, an easy drinking beer like this that just tastes good, and I could just finish one and probably drink at least 2 more.
Yeah.
Come on, that's a beer right there, and it's 7.8%. And I'm gonna get a buzz from the coffee and stay up all night.
Yeah. No, I doubt you will. Get
All
out of
right.
here.
All right, we do have a couple upcoming interviews coming your way. Our very next episode, June 9th, we will be talking with homebrewer Matthew Jung. I don't know if he goes by Matt or Matthew, but
Guess we're gonna
we'll let him
find
tell
out.
us. And learn about his ambitions with Barkyard Brewing. Yeah, it's going to be new to all of us. Find out what is in the works for starting up that brewery. And on June 23rd, right after that episode, we're going to be talking with Benjamin Green from Southern Prohibition Brewing. So, Kris, what's up with this one? I haven't heard of Southern Prohibition Brewing.
Neither have I, Denny.
Wow, two. Wow, we're gonna be everyone's gonna be
Listen,
learning along with us.
we get to learn at the same time, and there was part of me, I don't remember which brewery we spoke to where I was just like, I should really kind of do some research on these guys, which yes, I do a little, um but like I'm kind of throwing, mud at the wall and seeing what
Yeah,
sticks.
yeah.
I've reached out to probably a dozen or so breweries via social media. Hey, we're looking for some great breweries to chat with, have a couple beers with. Um, and people are responding to it,
Hmm.
but they're not going through the process of setting up,
Oh yeah,
appointments. So
yeah.
it's kind of like, in with anything, like if I talk to 100 people, 50 people are going to be like, yeah, let's do it. And then
Hmm.
25 are actually going to set up a
Follow
time to do
through.
it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, oh, yes, Jesse, thank you for the reminder. Dan, Jesse, and myself all graduated today, 25 years ago.
Today! Wow, today is the day. What a
Yeah.
celebration! You're all together celebrating
Hooray. Yeah.
25 years. So when's the reunion? You
We
guys?
just had it in the parking lot over at
No, the school reunion.
we don't Denny, social media ruined high school reunions.
Oh, is that what happened? I don't know. My school is too small. We don't have reunions. We didn't have a prom. So
Wow. No, I mean, I feel like we had the reunion when when I met them over at Stein and Vine for
okay.
dinner a couple of weeks ago.
All right.
Um, yeah, I love that she's responding to all my comments. She's like, "Yeah, it did."
All right.
Um, but let's. I digress.
Okay. We're going to continue on with some feedback from our last episode. Kris, you want to read the feedback, email feedback we got from Eric Scotty Ward?
I do have the
Yeah,
damn.
there's actually a couple emails I think in here. Did I forget to separate them? No, no, just read the one. I guess there's
I'm
only
just
one email. Yeah, just read the one.
I'm just going to read until you tell me to stop. So we
Read.
received an email at tapthecraft@gmail.com. Excuse me. From Eric Scotty Ward. And he said, what great timing on your Brew Buzz topic of decoction. I have recently become interested in this brewing style. Actually, my yearly Marzen that I'm making this weekend will have a single decoction.
Hmm.
Yes, time consuming, but step mashing is also extra time. Great beer is worth the effort.
Mm-hmm.
There are those who say that today's modified grain does not need decoction. I learned that using a small percentage of melanoidin grain, or I'm sorry, I learned that using a small percentage of melanoidin grain to the bill will make up for decoction. I've tried, I'll drink some more. Give me a second.
Yeah. Yeah. You only have 2 beers in.
I have tried this and I'm still too new to the process to really call it. I will say that since using the decoction method or adding melanoidin grain, my beer has taken a step up in quality.
There we
Or
go.
maybe it's a placebo effect and I want to think my beer is better.
More work means better
That's
beer.
right. It's got to taste better if you put more work into it, even if you screw it up. Um, but if decoction was not a valuable brewing tool, brewers like Jim Barry, which, by the way, Jim, we messaged you guys again. We'd love to have Barry House on the show.
Yes. Yep.
Um, or your recent guest, Ben Howe, would not be doing it. I'll be reading the decoction article you post. Keep up the great content.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Eric. We really appreciate your feedback. And that's two topics in a row. Well, not in a row. I guess two topics. Well, actually, yeah, because we had rice lager as well,
That's
and
true.
he was that he's was getting into rice lagers, and then we've got the decoction topic as well as he's getting into that as well. So that's
Great.
hey, we're giving our listeners what they want without even knowing they want it. That's great.
Got to give them what they want.
Give them what they want. All right. Hey, we're moving right along. But hey, Eric Scotty Ward didn't stop right there. He left us a voicemail. You want to cue up that one, or you want to start with the other? Which one do you want to do first?
Let's go ahead and use.
Hey guys,
Oh yeah, here's
Eric
Eric's.
Scotty Ward here on a Thursday, a beautiful evening here in Florida. I found a 2-year-old barley wine in the back of my fridge that I am sending you a picture of. It is beautiful. It tastes amazing. And I made it. Moi, I made it. Anyway, this stuff is
Kind of
outstanding.
getting
It's taken
turned
2
on
years
listening
for
to
this
this.
stuff to finally mature because it took a long
I like
time.
it
Let me tell you,
mature.
I had bottled like 24 bottles back in the day, and I was like, ugh, what is this? Ugh, what is
Hmm.
this? Ugh, what is this? Finally, today, it is amazing. So, anyway, had to share. The oddly number just popped into my head because you guys are always on my mind. Tap the Craft,
Always on
Denny,
my mind.
Kris, and the gang. Anyway, have a great week. I'm out.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. That was such a soothing voicemail. I really like that.
I feel
He
much more relaxed now.
Yeah, he did. He just sent a reply the next day saying, "Hey, I left you a voicemail. I don't know what I said on it, so just keep in mind I had a few before sending that. Hey, you sounded great, by the way. Have a few. As far as your comment about the barley wine, you're absolutely correct. I going back to the turn of the millennium, New Year's for New Year's 2000 when we went from the 1900s to 2000. A friend of mine, John Holman, I'm just gonna name him. Uh, we home brewer. We was making some good beers, and I was going over to his place all the time, drinking. I helped him brew. I think I helped him brew this beer that I'm going to talk about was the 2000 Millennium beer, and he did. I think it was a barley wine, American style barley wine, and we brewed it, and it was ready to drink, right for New Year's, and it was undrinkable. It was
Oh, jeez.
so strong in uh in the just the malt character. It was like a little bit too sweet, and the alcohol was way too strong. Uh, but we didn't give up on it. Just like you, Eric, we put it away, 22-ounce bottles, put it away in the closet, let it sit. It was, a few months goes by, we try it, still can't drink it. A year goes by. Now, a year later,
It's
it
getting
was
smooth.
it was getting smooth, but still a bit harsh. And just like you said, at the 2 year point, the beer was perfect. And I think we drank all the rest of those bottles at that 2 year point because it was really good. But it was I think it was like a 12% barley wine
Well,
in
that's what
22-ounce bottles, and we were just getting plastered. But you are absolutely correct. Sometimes barley wine can take a couple years to mature and to be actually be drinkable. So that's cool. You had the same experience. I think I I don't know what brewers do a lot of times with barley wines. They may pre-age them before they even bottle them to get it out to you, right? Because sometimes they may take a bit longer to mature. I know that I don't like Sierra Nevada's Bigfoot until about the 2 year point, and then I like it. I
It
have
tastes,
Bigfoot.
yeah. I have
Yeah, I have
one in
Bigfoot
there
in
too.
there. Yeah, I have a couple more cans left from a couple years ago, and I'm already popping those open. And I guarantee I'm going to enjoy them much more now than I did 2 years earlier because Bigfoot's one of those ones they release. And I'm just like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not easy drinking. It's not really
No, it's like a
satisfying.
really piney IPA
Yeah,
when they first make it.
it's like torpedo,
It's like it's
triple
like oak
torpedo.
it's like oak aged torpedo.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you, Eric, for that voicemail. That's awesome. But hey, we're not stopping there. We've got two more voicemails from our good friends, Batman Dan and Batgirl Jessie. Let's start off with
I
number one with
I
Batgirl
was to
Jessie.
say I hope I clicked the right one. There it
Yeah,
is.
I
Number
have one
one.
and two in there. So,
Hey, so we are at Brew at the Zoo in Atlanta, and we were walking around looking at animals drinking beer. There was an 8% Imperial apple cider thing that was delicious, but, Dan has better insight. So I will let him talk for a minute.
yeah, it was good.
Hey guys, Rob was having a lot of fun. I apologize. Talk to you later.
These are the voicemails I love. Love them. He just said,
man,
"Oh
man,
Lord."
a few words. But hey, I appreciate Jesse getting out there, hitting that speed dial, and leaving us the message. I really appreciate that. So,
I think how that went is she called and she was like, "We had this 8% Imperial cider. Here, you tell them. Here, you take the phone."
oh no, it was great. But that wasn't it. After the show, Dan left one more. So let's play the second one.
Hey Chris, hey Danny, we're leaving the Brew at the Zoo in Atlanta. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of good beer, not so good monster drink beer. And we got a lot of cool swag for Burpee,
Yes.
the fermenter that I got for my birthday and all. So we're waiting for our Uber right now because we need an Uber. So have a good day. Bye.
Proud of you guys. You were responsible and shit-faced all at the same time. You
Good
did
job.
it right.
Good job. And you left us two voicemails. Highly appreciated. It doesn't matter what you send us. We love it. And that's great. I'm glad you guys got out of town, went to another zoo, and enjoy beer along with it. So that's great. So thank you for those voicemails. If you want to be like Eric, Dan, and Jesse and leave us a voicemail, you can do that very easily at 208-536-3359. And if it's too many, like Eric Scotty Ward, he memorized it by the 208-53 oddly number. Hey, go ahead and leave us a voicemail. We'd love to get you on the air.
Dan said, I sound like a Southern Kermit the Frog.
That's the beer. That's the beer talking. That's the beer talking.
Yeah.
And if you are a bit shy to get your voice on there, shame on you. But you can leave us an email.
Drink another beer. Just stop giving
Drink
him
another beer.
Yeah, stop
That's
giving him
true.
the email. Make him call the none of these easy outs. Call the voicemail line.
Call
208
the voicemail.
536 3359.
Yeah. Or leave us an email at taptocraft.com.
Fine.
And we do have a website at taptocraft.com where we have our show notes, so you can find all the episodes there. And that's it. Let's continue the conversation, Kris, because now it is time to untap the craft and see what our listeners are drinking according to Untapped.
All right. So remember, if you want us to read your check-ins, make sure you're following me on Untapped at K9 Hops. That's the letter K, the number 9, HOPS, and we will read your check-ins approximately 24 hours before the show records. And starting off, it's been a busy freaking couple of days, busy 24 hours. There we go. I found the bottom.
Oh, wow.
And the bottom starts with Travis Watson drinking a rum barrel-aged Death Cycle. That just sounds like trouble just waiting to
That
happen.
sounds trouble.
Barrel-aged Death Cycle by Little Cottage Brewery, and he's drinking it inside a dumpster, apparently, is the location he chose. He said, haven't had Little Cottage since Irie Jungle Fest 2022, if that's the same event that's held at Tripping Animals down in Doral,
Oh,
Florida, I believe. Haven't had it since Irie Jungle Fest in 2022. This is awesome. Straight coconut sweetness with a great rum barrel presence.
mm,
4.5 cap rating
sounds
to
good.
go along with that. Sounds terrific. Let's see. Leo is drinking a Zombie Orchestra IPA, cold IPA. Loving the beer
Oh,
names so far, so far, guys. Um, by Strange Fellows Brewing, checking into the Untapped at Home location. Gave it 4 caps, no notes to go along with it. Johann
oh,
Halberg,
Johan.
drinking a beer that I had a couple of months ago, a Little Fox Red Ale by Rubens Brews.
Oh,
4 cap rating, no notes to go along with that one. He's
that's
also,
awesome. That's awesome. He's getting Rubens in Sweden. That's awesome.
it really is, and I'm curious to know how that's happening.
I,
I mean, unless somebody's, sending it to him or
no, it's he's got a really good beer shop that gets some imports
that's a
from the
damn good beer
States.
shop.
Yeah,
Getting
yeah,
beer all the way from Washington.
yeah.
Also checking into a couple of beers. Ecliptic Double IPA by Apex Brewing, 4.25 caps. He did not leave any notes on that one. And then also, oh gosh, okay. He's drinking an APA Foreign Dog. I no idea how to pronounce the name of the brewery, Johann. But he said, here's a tongue twister for my US friends. APA, okay, APA means monkey in Swedish.
Oh,
So monkey for a day. My contribution to the local homebrew competition got a bronze medal for it. Not
oh,
sad. Congratulations, man.
yeah,
Um,
that's great.
Tasty brew, if I must say so myself. Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic. Cheers. I like it.
Nice.
Monkey in Swedish. Monkey for a day. Oh, okay. APA foreign dog. Got it. All right. Next, Eric Johnson checking into a Hikari by Woven Water Brewing Company. Am I reading this right? Eric, you're drinking Woven Water Brewing at Bootleggers Brewing Company. Oh,
Must be a guest tap.
this pisses me off too, because Bootleggers is close, and this was 8 hours ago. It's their rice lager.
Oh.
And Bootleggers is I don't know, 10 minutes that way. Might have to make a quick stop over there in between training sessions tomorrow. So, great Japanese rice lager, beautiful lemon color, no ABV listed, but a light brew. Oh, he tagged me in that one. That was nice. 4 cap rating. Now I'm sitting here going, how can I squeeze in a stop at Bootleggers tomorrow at work? So yeah, 4 cap rating for the Hikari by Woven Water Brewing. And Eric is checking into that one. Chad Lamassa continuing his
Yeah.
check-in streak, drinking a seventh orbit by New Trail Brewing Company. Happy anniversary to my wonderful wife of 23 years. So
Happy
I've
anniversary.
decided to have this anniversary beer from New Trail. This is super strong. It's a delicious triple IPA,
Mm.
juicy and hoppy. Was that a disapproving, or
No,
was
no, no,
that
no.
a
It's just that the only triple IPAs I can do these days is New England or Hazy because they're not so, like syrupy,
yeah, no, I totally agree with you on that one.
heavy.
4.25 cap rating for that one. And yes, happy anniversary, Chad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Moving on up the list here. Eric Gronley checking into a Septimus Prime by Bent Paddle Brewing. Yeah, it's
That
not the
sounds.
first prime, but the seventh
Yeah.
prime. Great German Pilsner, bready malt, slight lemon, citrus, 2, dry and crisp finish. Fantastic. 4.25 cap rating. Matt Griffo. I saw you post this on some sort of social media platform earlier today. Checking into a Blackberry Tizzy by Trogs Independent Brewing. First off, where'd you get it? Because I want Trogs in my life. Second, he said, okay, didn't know this was a 9% beer, so that's cool.
Mm.
Very rustic with some borderline oxidized wine character, which is probably on me. Should have gotten to this one sooner. So you had this from a trip you made or something.
Okay.
Really complex and enjoyable. 3.75 cap rating for
Was
the.
it in a can or a bottle?
It was a bottle.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe it aged a bit.
All right, next on our list, Scott Cooper, or as we call him, Coop, checking into a hazy but high. Where's my beer? It's gone.
Take another sip. Yeah.
Checking in.
After this, we're doing our second tasting.
Yeah.
So be
Checking
ready.
into Hazy IPA by Harland Brewing Company
Oh,
at Hasta Mañana Cantina, wherever the hell that is. 4.5 cap rating for that one. And Harlan Brewing is out of San Diego,
yeah,
California.
California. Yeah.
Next on our list is going to be Jeremy Garrison drinking
Oh,
a Fitzgerald's American Amber by Loose Screw.
oh,
Checking into the Loose Screw Brewery downtown. 4 cap rating, no notes to go along with that one. Let's see. A little more from Bent Paddle and Eric Gronley checking into the double decade. Cheers to Bent Paddle for 20 years. A fun
oh.
trip to Duluth on Saturday. Brought back some goodies. Dank tropical and peach plum flavors coming through really good. Let's see who we got. Matt Knight. Got to get Skinny Matt on here. Cosmic Crush Hazy IPA by Rohrbach Brewing Company. Checking in at Innovative Field. Went to the Red Wings minor league game. I think it was yesterday. He said beer always tastes better at the ballpark. 4.25 cap rating. It looked like a beautiful day for a baseball game. And let's see, scrolling on up, Bill Schlemmer checking into a fashionably antiquated by Monkless Belgian Ales.
Oh,
Interesting, somewhat unusual double. The star anise and vanilla add to the flavor. It's quite carbonated. This double is much better cold as it warms up and the vanilla takes over. 4.5 cap
oh,
rating.
okay.
Denny, we never took like a halfway through temperature reading on our beer. We
That's
drank
'cause
it
I
all.
drank mine too fast
Yeah, yeah, it
to
was
get
that
it.
good.
Yeah,
It was that good.
yeah. But I
Uh,
need to find that. What was the name of that monkless one again?
Fashionably antiquated.
Yes. Okay, I gotta find that. I love Belgian doubles are like the hardest thing to find. No one makes doubles. And Monkless Brewing is out of Bend,
Oh, are
Oregon.
they?
So, yeah, so I can get them here. So I need to see if I can get that one and do my own tasting of it. But if it's too much vanilla, that seems, weird. But they do, I think they do some uh, bottle conditioned. I totally like dropped my thing, bottle conditioning in there. So that might be why it's a bit too bubbly.
I'm gonna put my tools down
Unless he
because
did
I'm
it, unless he might have got that on tap though, because I think they have they get their stuff on tap at this one place he
yes,
visits.
he
So
is the draft and vessel toss
okay,
up is where
okay,
he's checking in. He also checked into a Flow by Hop Butcher for the World.
hmm.
Mild to moderate hoppiness, subtle citrus, medium dry fruity finish. Refreshing American IPA, 4.25 caps. Carla Dean is drinking a Rule Number 7 Hurricane Pale Ale. I hope you got to say hi to Dennis when you went to the tap room the other day. It's by Crooked Thumb Brewery. Now, Dennis Phillips, for those of you who don't live in the Tampa area, he's the guy that we follow when hurricanes come into town. And rule number 7 in his hurricane rules is don't freak out. If he's freaking out, then you can freak out. And he he's pretty well known around here. But drinking a Rule Number 7 Hurricane Pale Ale by Crooked Thumb Brewery, and gave that a 4 cap rating. Um, that beer sold out the same day it was released.
Oh wow,
Like we are nerds for our hurricane stuff. All right. Let's see. Eric Gronley also checking into a Maibach by Venn Brewing Company. Very nice Maibach. Such a great style. Could easily be an all year round beer. I agree. I really like the tagline of being a springtime celebration lager. Let's have more
hmm.
beers for celebrating events. No, let's just have more events that just have more beers. Or, yeah, we'll go with that. Um, let's see. Scrolling on up the list, I've got Matt
Geez,
Knight again.
there's a lot of
I told you, Denny,
butchering
this
here,
was
huh?
35 minutes ago. Matt Knight's checking into a Blackberry Kolsch by Ellicottville Brewing Company.
Oh,
I've been there.
nice.
That's a nice little town, nice little brewery in Ellicottville, ski town. Light, a subtle, a little sweet with the blackberry and highly crushable. A fantastic Kolsch. 4.5 caps from Matt Knight. Man, I'm sorry. I'm going to read this as my last one. David Campbell checking into a rare dose, aged 3+ years by Cycle Brewing Company.
Oh, farewell cycle.
Today is their last day open.
Last day, huh?
Yep, today was their
Going
last
out.
day open. They were selling 12 packs of Crowlers for $200 of all their barrel aged stuff. So the Crowlers were $20 a piece, or 12 for 20, or 12 for 200.
Yeah, but crawlers don't last, so that
Listen, I've
you gotta be
had
drinking a lot of
I've had
beer.
some Crowlers that were 2 and 3 years old, and they were just delicious.
What? 2 or 3 years?
Yep.
I don't know. They must have been packaged really well.
Actually, you know what? It was a couple of them were from Cigar City, back in the day when they didn't sell out and suck. Um, and and they were really good. And
Okay.
these are
Okay.
barrel aged stouts. So they're big beers. So
I,
age on them isn't going to be
yeah,
a huge deal.
yeah. I've one thing I praise Jim Dandy for was the way that they packaged their crowlers that actually, last a decent amount of time. But I have noticed that lately, some of the crowlers that I get, even if I drink them a few, I don't know when I'm not sure, how long they've been sitting in their cooler because they'll do like batch stuff. They don't do it right when you do it. They do a bunch of them and then put them in their cooler, and then
I gotcha.
when you buy them, you get it. So I don't know when they were done, but I have had a couple in the last few months that were, maybe losing a little bit of their oomph,
Yeah.
in the can. But yeah, I try to drink even crowlers within like at the most I'll go is like 2 weeks if it's done really well. But if it's someone that's just crowling it right there and not paying attention, I like try to drink it within 3 days after it's being done because it gets oxidized if they don't get all that
No, I agree with you. I agree with
stuff
you.
out.
And that's what everybody's drinking, Denny.
Okay, well, you know what? I got thirsty listening to all those beers. So let's go
Great.
ahead
Let's open
and
another one.
crack open our next beer tasting.
Oh, I'm just
Again,
loud with the cooler lids.
no problem. Again, from Alabama,
From
another
Alabama.
Yellowhammer beer. Yep. Now this was hard to see in here, but 92 Subaru.
Now, this beer is even better just because it has kind of a story to go along with it. And if I read this correctly, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna search for it. I mean,
So I didn't see a story. So if Kris, you do find a story on it, let us know. But this is a pineapple cherry sour ale. So this is going to be very cool. Now, I will say that Jim Dandy, last two times I was there, I've been there twice in less than a month. They have this Rosa or Lima Rosa raspberry lime sour. Oh my gosh,
okay.
it's so good. I had a glass of it last time I was there, and I had a glass of it this time, and man, that beer is really good. Just enough tartness.
Oh my
But
God. Jesse, good night. She said, good night, guys. And I said, I know there was a story about it. And she said, technically, it was our first date going to his girlfriend's house. No, that wasn't the story. There was something about a 92 Subaru and your wedding and his first car or something like that. I don't know. Um, but anyway,
okay, so that's the story. It's a personal story of Dan and Jesse, huh?
it sounded very Jerry Springer.
Jerry, yeah, yeah, very Jerry Springer.
Okay,
All right.
let me crack this thing open. Get this poured in my
Ooh,
glass.
ooh, it smells very nice.
You smell very nice.
I get to, I get that I get that pineapple and cherry blend. It's like a
Mm.
blend of that pineapple sweetness and the cherry tartness.
I poured
Wow.
way too hard.
Oh yeah, you did. Smells very very enticing. But
She
yeah,
said,
I get cherry and pineapple.
yeah.
Not much to it there.
Jesse, go to bed. You said good night. No more talking. No more fooling around on the internet.
All right, I'm gonna take a sip right off the bat here because I'm not sure what else to say. It just
I
smells like
can't.
cherry and pineapple. Yeah, you better get a straw out.
It does smell so good, though.
Mm,
Get rid of that.
wow, it tastes really good. It's just tart, not sour. I love it. I don't like acidic sour beers, not acidic sour. It does give your head, you got a big head there. That's
Funny, my brother always says it's small.
All right, let me get a temperature reading of this in the beer. 50 degrees in the beer.
Okay.
So perfect drinking temperature. And at 50 degrees, goes down really nice, refreshing.
Look, me too. 50.5.
There we go. We're right there. We're right there.
Okay. So we got the same temperature beer,
Yeah.
2,000 miles away.
Yeah, it tastes
Oh, it's
good.
so good.
Yeah, it's nothing's over the top, right? You don't have the cherry or pineapple like taking over. You don't have the tartness or sourness taking over. It's just like a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of cherry, that little bit of effervescence in there for the bubbles and a little tartness, and then it cuts off dry, which is great because it makes you want to take another sip. So yeah,
Okay,
I'm pretty
I will.
impressed with Yellowhammer too.
Okay, I will.
I will probably be busting open that last beer because these are going down pretty smooth, and
You
it's helping
know,
my headache out a lot by
well,
drinking.
yeah, my back's a little tight, so it's helping that out too. Um, so you know what? I had this beer, and funny, we made the joke about how you being present
Mm-hmm.
weighs
Changes
my
your
rating.
yeah.
I'm enjoying this beer a lot more now.
Mm-hmm. It's company. Yeah.
Well, I was enjoying this at the beach a couple of weeks ago, and I was
But you're
like,
probably drinking out of the can.
"You're right, I was."
Yeah, yeah. Now you're
You're
drinking
right.
it with a full experience. You get the aroma. It's opened up, and you're not just getting a bunch of more sourness out of that little opening, right? Maybe it comes across more sour, not getting it opening up. It's gonna make me burp though. Yeah, that was good.
Atta boy.
This is an effervescent. There's bubbles coming up out of the bottom here. It's nice and effervescent. Yeah, I like this thing. Right now,
I like this thing.
again, uh, I'm at the 4 cap rating on it. It may change as it goes up, but right now I think this is a solid sour. I love the flavors, and it's done really well. Um, yeah, good beer. Thank you, Dan and Jesse.
I'm
Really enjoyed this.
enjoying the fruit flavors out of it a little more now too, because
Yeah,
I didn't realize drinking it out of the can was going to mute it so much.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because to
No,
me, when I drank it initially, it was more just it was a Fountain of Wayne song also. That's yeah, I'm trying to remember all these things, man. Anyway, the I'm definitely getting more of that pineapple, more of that cherry flavor now that I'm drinking it
hmm
out of the glass too.
Well, because the aroma is fantastic. I
It
just
really
love
is.
the the fruity flavors aromas coming out of there is really nice and it goes down good. And we're not going to get a sour gut with this one. That's why I was afraid. I thought, okay, we're going to do this second because I don't want to drink it. If it's too acidic, I'm going to sour gut and I'm going to have trouble drinking the stout. So we went stout first and then finished up with this. But why was I worried? It's a good one.
Dan won't let you down. I'm sorry.
Dan has not let me down yet. Dan is providing some great beers, so I really appreciate that.
I'm sorry, not 2,000 miles away. You're 2172
That's
nautical miles.
to where? To
2,172
me?
miles, yeah, from as the crow flies, as some
Wow.
people say.
Is that okay? Okay, that's not bad then. I thought it was further but maybe not. Maybe that
Well,
sounds
if we
good.
drive, I'm pretty sure it's further, but
Yeah, yeah. There's not a straight route. Yeah, that's true.
that's why I said nautical.
Okay, let's move on to the brew buzz. We'll
Let's-
keep drinking this as we go through it. We do have a pretty lengthy brew buzz because as we've been. Oh, let me just introduce the brew buzz. Brew buzz is devoted to discussing various beer-related topics. This week, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to learn all about thiolized yeast and how it can transform beer flavors. And why did I choose this? Well, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. And I mentioned in the last episode that when I first looked it up, it was pretty in depth. And I was just like, wow, I'm not going to be able to understand this. And then after our last show, it kind of made me think, well, let me go search out there again and see what's available. And it just turns out that Omega Yeast, who is kind of like the inventor of this Thiolized yeast, they had a great article on their website that explains it in a nice breakdown. And so I took bits and pieces of that article and threw it into our Brew Buzz. And now we're going to talk about Thiolized yeast, all about this stuff in hopefully more layman terms or easy to understand terms. And like I said, I found this on their Omega Yeast website. It's called All About Thiolized Yeast. And I have a link that you can go visit from the show notes when you want to go learn more than what we tell you. All right, I'll start it off, Kris, and I kind of put in some tags in there when we can just switch back and forth in pretty logical areas. But I want to make it easy for you.
Well, you know nobody operates off of logic.
Yeah. Okay, one more burp. Oh. Okay, that's better. The thiolized process enhances a yeast's ability to biotransform compounds found in malt and hops to unleash thiols. I don't know how if you say it thiols, but I'm going to call it thiols. I'll just stick with that.
Okay.
Flavor and aroma active compounds reminiscent of grapefruit, passion fruit, and guava. Many brewers who include dry hopping in their processes are already familiar with the concept of biotransformation, or the development of new aromas and flavors due to yeast interacting with hop compounds. So biotransformation events are grouped into two categories. The first category is conversion of aroma compounds, and the second is the release of aroma compounds from precursor forms. The thiolized technology is found on the second category, the release of aroma compounds through precursor forms, working to give brewers access to biotransformation of thiol precursors. As it turns out, typical yeast biotransformation of thiol. Now I'm getting thiol.
Just whatever you say is totally fine. It's like saying caramel and caramel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Or the argument in our house is pecans and pecans.
That's right. Or tomato or tomato, potato, potato.
No, that's only if you're British.
The typical yeast transformation of thiol precursors is very inefficient in wort. But by employing these thiolized strains in fermentation, brewers can expect a significant increase in their thiol output.
Denny, what are thiols and where do they come from?
I don't know.
Well, volatile, it's a great segue, right? Volatile thiols are highly impactful aroma compounds that evoke grapefruit, passion fruit, and guava, and are found in a variety of tropical fruits, wine grapes, and hops. These thiol compounds exist in two forms: free forms, which are highly aromatic and volatile, and precursor forms, i.e. glutathione and cysteine-bound thiols.
See how I gave you all the good.
You always do. It's okay. Normally I nail them. That was the only one that tripped me up. The precursor forms abundant in malt are non-aromatic and require yeast with what's that symbol? Yeast with lyase biotransformation activity to release them? That's weird. Hop varieties vary widely, not only in the amount of thiol compounds, but also the percentage that are in the non-volatile precursor form.
By the way, that's a beta. Beta
Thank you.
lyase.
Beta lyase.
Beta lyase. Beta lyase, yeah.
Sounds like a chip I ate earlier.
Frito-Lay. Beta lyase.
Beta lyase. Got it. Yeah, I'm sure she is. She's supposed to be in bed. She said goodnight. Dan said the chemistry major is yelling at you. Go to sleep, Jesse. I went to culinary school and I trained dogs, so go to bed.
Yeah, I gave them chemistry in high school. I said in high school I had enough chemistry. I'm not ever doing it again, so I stopped there.
She basically works in a Breaking Bad factory.
Oh,
Anyway, New World hop varietals, specifically Southern Hemisphere hops, appear to be the highest in free thiols, which contribute to their characteristic tropical fruit aromas. The precursor for 3-sulfonol,
good.
1-hexanol, but also referred to as 3-MH, a thiol known for its intense grapefruit and passion fruit aromas, is abundant in barley, but
Hmm.
does not reach sensory thresholds until converted to its free form. In beer and wort, the overwhelming majority of these thiol compounds are in precursor form, 1,000-fold.
Wow.
That's a lot of folds.
Yeah, you unleash that precursor and boom,
Yeah.
that's some flavor.
And are a stockpile of aroma potential with a yeast capable of biotransforming them to the free, volatile, and aromatic thiol compounds.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what's going on here. We are we found a key to unlock 1,000-fold of aroma capability in these beers. So that's great. All right. So how are these strains developed? The Omega Yeast R&D team became curious about the thiols and methods for making the process of freeing thiols more efficient. They dug into the literature and focused on IRC7, a gene in yeast that encodes an enzyme beta-lase that frees
Betalase. Sorry.
beta-lase that frees thiols from their precursor form. The problem, however, is that many brewing strains have mutations in the IRC7 gene that disable the enzyme. And those strains that do have a functional IRC7 gene don't make the enzyme in wort because high nitrogen levels, like we see in wort, turn off the gene. Omega Yeast explored the possibility of altering the IRC7 promoter, the sequence that controls the gene's expression, to a version that would keep the gene active at all times, even in high nitrogen environment. By finding a way to keep the IRC7 gene functional, they should theoretically be able to unlock thiol precursors and derive more flavor and aromas from our malt and hops.
You know, the last time we unlocked things like this, velociraptors and Tyrannosaurus ran over the islands of Hawaii.
Well, we could
And
have giant, you know,
Dr. Grant
beta-lays.
was not okay.
Oh,
All right.
that's funny.
So the first test, the Omega Yeast team, that's a really cool name, by the way.
Yeah.
The Omega Yeast team began experimenting with their British 5, a popular strain many brewers use for making classic hazy IPAs. They replaced its inactive IRC7 promoter with a highly active one, but found that the levels of 3SH remained unchanged in comparison. Guys, this is a nerdy article.
It is nerdy, but hey, this is way calmed down from what I found before. So
Wow. Okay. All right. Where did I stop? But found unchanged in comparison. Remained.
remained in comparison.
yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It is. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, British 5 has mutations that inactivate its IRC7 gene, meaning there was no chance for it to work, regardless of how much enzyme was made in that strain. Back to the drawing board. The team continued digging and discovered that the IRC7 gene, the Omega Yeast Chico, which is West Coast Ale 1, was functional though it was not expressed in wort. God, so many hangups.
Yeah.
The team tried combining this IRC7 gene with the highly active promoter from the other trials and found that it worked like a charm. Oh my God, Denny. Using the CRISPR-Cas9, we were able to add this activated IRC7 in the British 5, creating their first thiolized strain, Cosmic Punch.
Yeah, which I wonder if that beer that Matt Knight was drinking earlier today in our Untapped, the Cosmic Crush, might have been using some of this Cosmic Punch to enhance the flavors.
Maybe.
Maybe. So I have had this in several beers, and a lot of them will mention Cosmic Punch. It wasn't until I read this article that I realized they were utilizing the thiol type precursors to enhance those aromas and flavors. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so in search of even more thiols, the success of the Cosmic Punch test led the team to look into other sources of beta-lyase, I'm just going to say that, to see if they could boost thiol output even further. The research pointed to beta-lyase called PAT-B, specifically that of S. hominis, which commonly occurs on human skin as part of our natural microbiome that protects us from pathogens. Wow, it's just naturally on us. That's great. In the brewing trials, the PAT-B from S. hominis generated the greatest amount of passion fruit and guava compounds. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it tastes like
I taste like guava.
The bacterial PAT-B acts very similar to the yeast B-lyase IRC7. It cleaves crystine thiol precursors found in malt and hops to let those thiols shine. But PAT-B is more attractive and more specific. Using the CRISPR-Cas9, they were able to insert PAT-B into a classic Chico West Coast Ale 1 strain and found that the results were even more intense than just the activated IRC7 gene. The resulting strain is Star Party, which generates a massive thiol burst while maintaining the fermentation character of its famous parent strain. To push the boundaries even further, Omega Yeast began experimenting with inserting PAT-B into their larger strains. Through various trials, they found Mexican lager, the Omega Yeast Labs 113, to be the best candidate for thiolizing. What is that word?
No, I'm just letting you got this.
Thiolizing?
If I do it for you, you'll never learn.
And thus, Lunar Crush was born. Lunar Crush retains the larger fermentation behavior of its parent strain, but adds a twist of tropical fruit flavors, creating lagers unlike the classics we've come to know over the years. One lingering question remained: if PAT-B was effective in Chico and Mexican lager, how would it work with our favorite hazy strain? Using PAT-B in British 5 worked well, giving rise to an even more potent thiol-producing strain, the Helio Gazer. Helio Gazer produces the same sturdy haze as Cosmic Punch, but with an even higher thiol output for brewers who want to really amp up the tropical qualities of their beers. Wow,
so Denny,
that was a mouthful.
you are absolutely nailing it. The
thiol is right?
It is thiol is correct. I'm gonna say it incorrectly just to piss her off.
All right. Woo!
Yeah. I've been doing that to women my entire life. All right, so what's the deal with mash hopping? Using hops so early in the brewing process at well below boiling temperatures may seem counterintuitive, but it turns out that using hops in the mash provides an opportunity to convert thiol precursors into a form that makes it possible for thiolized strains to generate rich tropical aromas. In developing Cosmic Punch, the team included Cascade hops in the mash for a test batch and found that 3SH levels increased nearly tenfold with Cosmic Punch in comparison to its parent strain, British 5. When comparing these 3SH levels to those found during traditional whirlpool hopping, Cosmic Punch still generated about twice the free 3SH when measured in nanograms per liter. So you're doing less work and getting better results. That's the way I'm reading it. In other words, mash hopping gives brewers the opportunity to extract additional flavor potential from hops, especially those not typically prized for their intense aromatics. In brewing trials, they have found Saaz, Cascade, Calypso, and Mittelfrüh to be effective as mash hops, generating a particularly pleasing thiol output. Only because I can. Researchers have also found precursor levels in Apollo, Eureka, Hallertau Nugget, and Hallertau Pearl hops. Unfortunately, We can't say definitively which varieties of hops will be best for mash hopping. Environmental factors like temperature, elevation, and precipitation, and even lot to lot variance can affect the composition of a given hop variety. In general, we recommend using lower
Mm,
alpha acid hops to avoid overbittering the beer
mm.
and to save your expensive aroma hops for later additions where they can really shine without being lost in the boil.
Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Well, wait a second. You can get these thiols from malt? Well, one of the
What?
most interesting discoveries in all of their research into thiols has been the emerging information about thiol precursors in malt. In one of the trials, they brewed a test batch with 100% two-row malt and added no hops, letting the thiolized yeast run with what was available. And the results were incredible. They observed an increase of free thiols nearly 10 times sensory threshold. 10 times more than you can sense. Wow, great. That's good. Much like hops, we don't yet know which types of malt have the highest levels of thiol precursors available, but from our benchtop trials, unkind and lightly kilned malts have shown the greatest increase in the thiol output over a controlled non-thiolized strain.
You don't have to change the color. You're fine. I was paying attention. I'm over here trying to read our notes. Denny's changing colors of words and stuff. Just trying to change my name so I can see it. Are these strains safe? Well,
I hope
they're
so.
engineered straight. That's what they said about. Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah.
Their engineered strains undergo thorough characterization and evaluation to confirm that the process of gene editing, as well as the resulting application of the engineered strain to beer fermentation, are safe for the intended use. The IRC7 betalase is naturally occurring in brewing yeast, and the Pat B betalase is derived from S. hominis, a bacteria that is abundant on your skin and is a natural protectant against harmful bacteria. Didn't we just read that part a little earlier? Anyway,
Yeah, they're just saying that it's safe.
well, the thiol levels in beers brewed with thiolized strains in beer are within the natural range found in Sauvignon Blanc wine and tropical fruits like grapefruit, guava, and passion fruit. They engineered these strains using CRISPR-Cas9 and have confirmed no off-target effects occurred. After the gene editing has occurred, the CRISPR-Cas9 machinery is removed. The benefit to expressing betalase in brewing yeast is that brewers have an option to remove the yeast and thus remove the enzyme. Naturally, the yeast will settle, autolyse, and degrade the betalase post-fermentation.
All right. Wow. There's all the science. We made it through it. Uh, Kris and I think, feel a little bit dumber right now, but hey, everyone else should feel much smarter.
No, actually not dumber. I'm just excited I get to use big words and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, all right. So, um, there we mentioned. So one of the nice things, Kris, if you didn't notice, I italicized all the yeast names so that it was easy to tell that was a yeast name. But here's some
You didn't
of
tell
the.
me that though.
No, I know, but I just said that, so, but you did perfect. It worked because you were able to sense that those were yeast names and use them appropriately. So you did good. Um, so here's the thiolized yeast that are available right now, that you will probably see mentioned in the description of the beers that you are trying that might be using some of these. So we'll just go back and forth over each of these. We'll each take one. So I'll start with Cosmic Punch. It's the Omega Labs uh, Yeast 402. It says, we first introduced the thiolized series in 2021 with Cosmic Punch, a thiolized version of our British Ale 5 strain. Cosmic Punch is great for hazy beers with added nuances of grapefruit, passion fruit, and guava aromas. This is an excellent candidate for a hazy house strain as its output is versatile, complementing hop combinations without stealing the show.
All right. Well, then the Helio Gazer.
Yeah, nice name.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a calling an old man something. Oh, geezer. That's
Geezer.
yeah,
It's a
helio
gazer. You're
geezer,
gazing. I'm
helio gazer.
gazing out into the helios.
Okay. Omega Yeast Labs 405 with the enhanced thiolized capabilities, Helio Gazer boosts thiol biotransformation 200 times above sensory threshold and 20 times more than Cosmic Punch, because 10 times just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's like having that 3,000 IBUs, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Even in the juiciest of IPAs, so if you drink a beer with this, it should just make your mouth instantly water. You're just gonna drool as you drink it. Expect juiciest IPAs, expect distinctive guava and New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc like aromas, along with the beloved haziness of its parent strain British Ale 5. Somebody needs to make a car called that. The
mhm,
British Ale 5 or a band. That'd be a good band name.
mhm.
This is our most I'm sorry, I almost ruined it, Jesse. Thiol forward hazy strain.
Yeah, so this is the beers that we taste that we get that like grapey not grapey, but wine, like the
Tannic.
character, yeah, tannic and wine character. I bet it has this Helio Gazer, and we didn't even know it because I have been finding more and more of the beers I'm getting having that kind of wine type character in it. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm drinking white grape, you
Oh,
know,
I could see that.
uh, Ryan, what do they call it? Skins. Like
Hmm.
it tastes like that. So it's interesting. I need to pay more attention when I taste that to see if they use any of these this Helio Gazer. All right, the Star Party Omega Yeast Labs 404. Star Party packs a huge punch of thiol aroma while maintaining the clean, reliable fermentation behavior of its parent strain, the renowned Chico L strain, which is their West Coast L1. If you are looking for a fresh take on an old school West Coast IPA, this one is for you. Yeah, I love a good Star Party.
Lunar Crush. I love how all these are just, sky names.
They're all, yeah,
They really are. They're okay. I'm just gonna read them, but they are. They're all based off of the cosmos. So
yeah, the Cosmos.
Lunar
Yep.
Crush, Omega Yeast Labs 403. Lunar Crush is great for hop forward lagers and is far from traditional. Expect crisp, snappy, and refreshing thiol aromas of grapefruit in conjunction with that lager drinkability. This strain offers a new approach to brewing lagers and the ability to bring thiol aromas to the forefront.
All right. Vasa Nova, Omega Yeast Labs 407. Vasa Nova is a thiolized version of Vas Creek, Kavik.
Kvike, there you go.
Kavik.
We had to learn how to say that, what,
Woo! Yeah,
a year or
Kavik,
so ago?
which was a great episode more than a year, like a couple years ago. It might have been 3 years ago.
And
It
what
might have been
happened to
4 years ago.
No. And Kvike
Kavik.
yeast fell off the face of the planet.
It did. It did. It went strong and then crashed. But I did really enjoy some of the Kavik beers that I had.
So
I
did
hope
I.
it makes a comeback. I hope it's way better than that crappy Brute IPA that
Oh God.
thank goodness it died.
So
But okay, we got off track.
that lasted for 3 weeks. That was about it.
Yeah, yeah. So known for the reliable haze and tangy citrus notes, Omega Yeast only Kveik in the Thiolized series allows for a broad temperature range and control of the fermentation speeds to your liking. Expect lower thiol intensity at hotter temps due to more vigorous blow-off. That's what she said, along with no diacetyl production.
Who doesn't love a good vigorous blow off? All right, little double IPA, Omega, that OYL, Omega Yeast Labs 406, I can't. Little,
Little Dipper.
Little Dipper. Yeah, remember we're sticking with the Cosmos. Little double IPA or Little Dipper is a thiolized version of the Conan strain Dipper double IPA. I don't know when to use which one. Uh, but I can't. This can't be double
It's Little
IPA
Dipper is
ale.
what it's
No,
called. It's
I
Little
know,
Dipper.
but it says the Conan strain Dipper Ale, double IPA, double
Yeah,
India Pale Ale. That
yeah,
wouldn't work. So
yeah.
thiolized version of the Conan strain Dippa Ale, widely used for double IPAs and New England IPAs. Lil Dippa, that's a good rapper name.
Little Dipper.
Pairs its signature peach ring. Oh, you got me. Peach ring and apricot aromas with robust thiols and adds a little boost to your hoppy beers. Expect no diacetyl production.
Yeah, and so we've been getting some of these little Dipper uh, peach rings and apricot aromas in some beers that we've had in the last year. And so I wonder if, you know, this is one of the special thiolized strains are using to give us more of that pronounced flavor, which I love. I'm a huge apricot fan.
Denny, it was episode 164.
I know I told you it was a while ago. That's a
That
long
was
time
season
ago.
6.
It was 5 years ago.
Wow.
I told you it was a while ago.
We
That
have
was
so much damn fun in this show,
I
I
know,
swear.
I know, I know. It's great.
Okay.
All right. The last one we'll talk about is not a thiol or
Got that?
whatever. Thiolized
Yeast?
yeast. It's called, and we've talked about this
We
before,
have.
and a lot of different places produce their version of this phantasm powder. And basically, it's a thiol precursor that just can be used to help amp up the thiols that are naturally in the beer, or
I
used to amp up the thiolized yeast to give it more
I
as
want to
well.
say we talked to John about Phantasm powder, didn't we?
Mm, I don't think John. We mentioned that when we were talking to the TBBC
Dave? Double?
Dave Doble. He mentioned that a good person for us to talk to would
Yeah.
be his brewer James, right?
Uh,
The,
Anthony? Anthony
oh, was
Stone,
it? Oh, Anthony. Anthony.
which
Yes, Anthony. Yeah.
which he was just voted into the sorry if I get this organization name wrong, the Florida Brewers Guild Board of Trustees, or just the
Oh,
board. The Phantasm Powder episode was episode 232.
okay. Oh, we talked about it then. I
We
totally
did.
forgot.
Yeah, episode 232. I'm in
Okay.
our topics list.
Okay. There we go. So 232, we talk about Phantasm powder, but I also think that Dave Doble mentioned that if that yeah, we talked to Anthony. He is familiar with this as
Well,
well because we talked about it here.
he was talking about precursors.
Yeah.
And he was like, they're great, but I don't really know the science behind them, so you should talk to Anthony about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Which we still need to do. I would love to talk to Anthony about this too, if we can get
yeah.
him on, because we love Tampa Bay beer brewing company's beer. So
Well, I bumped into him at Badass Beer Fest in November, and
okay, let's get him on there. But let's back to this. Okay, so
okay, good.
Phantasm. Let's get a recap of what Phantasm powder is. Phantasm helps you unlock unreal natural flavors in your fermentation. Derived from the legendary Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc grapes, Phantasm is a thiol precursor powder that in the right fermentation conditions will unlock large amounts of free thiols like the 3SH, bringing tropical passion fruit aromas to your beer. Thiols pair exceptionally well with the esters and terpenes and can bring depth and complexity to a range of styles, including IPA, lagers, and mixed fermentation. Shoo! Wow, Kris,
We had
that
a
was quite a
we've
topic.
had a thing.
Yeah, that was a great topic, and I hope that everyone is much more understand what this whole new thiolized yeast thing is, and when you see it on your label, you'll know what it's about.
Did I spell that right? I
Did,
sure did.
did you spell something? Okay, good job.
Spell
Hey,
check didn't do
oh,
anything.
so Kris, I guess you're ready for our new Northy beers.
I am. I
Okay,
just,
what are your new Northy beers?
well, I'm beerless. I feel so alone. So I had two of them. One I had for pre-dinner 2 nights ago. At
Pre-dinner.
Well, pre-dinner it was when I went into Gasparilla Pizzeria and Growlers. I was waiting for our dinner to be finished, and I said, well, that beer sounds delicious. It
Oh, okay.
was Venue from King State. It was a Kolsch.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this not is the same? This is not a
Is it
Kolsch you sent
different?
me, is it? Oh, a different one. Okay.
No, I sent you Green Dart.
Okay.
Uh, was uh was what I sent you, but same
Okay.
brewery. King State, their Venue, 4.25 caps, and this one was it went down so easy. Yes, it was a Kolsch, thank God. Um, it was so light, so easy drinking, and I took a sip of it and I was like, wow, it makes me want to drink more. It wasn't overly sweet, it wasn't too dry, it was just right.
Just right.
Um,
Nice.
and I've been finding more and more that when I see King State beers, and they're based right out of here in Tampa, I get them. They haven't let me down yet, and I've got a really cool coffee mug from them too.
Oh,
That
that's
the
because they're a coffee roaster too.
Yeah, but it's funny because this was also at a Tampa Bay Brewing Company Badass Beer Fest 2 years ago. The
Mm.
owner's mom gave the cup to me.
Oh, gotta love moms.
Yeah, she was so excited. She was like, "My son owns it," and I was like, "That's awesome. What do you want to do with this cup?" And she goes, "Well, you can have it." So I had that one, 4.25 caps. It hit the spot when I was just waiting for dinner. It had been a hell of a long day, and really glad I can get some more King State in my glass. Second one. Denny, we call this category new and noteworthy, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually when we put these beers in here, it's because they're 4 caps, four and a
Yeah.
half,
Yeah.
5 cap ratings.
Yeah.
Listen, this one I'm gonna read 3.75. Like
Okay.
it's
All
not a
right.
high rating, but I was just outright surprised by it. And do you get New Belgium
Yeah, we
out by
do.
you?
And I saw this beer, but I didn't know what to think of it. So tell me
I
about this beer.
I was very surprised, and the only reason I grabbed it is because at our local grocery store, New Belgium was buy one get one, and we were getting
What?
ready to go to the Florida Keys. So I said, "Well, what better beers do I need than buy one get one beers?" So I got New Belgium's Juice Force, which we've had on the show
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had the juice force.
9% double
Yeah. It's a
IPA that
big,
goes down
it's
like
a big
orange
one.
juice. Yeah, it kicks off a good weekend for you. Let's just put it that way. And then they had this grape. I said grape fizz ale.
Yeah. So what is a grape fizz
Grape
ale?
fizz, if I am understanding the label correctly, grape fizz is it's just a drink that you can get. But this was, I don't mean the beer, but like this is a grape and lime flavored
Oh,
beer.
okay.
Let me take a quick peek at a grape. It's a cocktail. Yeah, a
Oh,
grape
okay. It's a,
grape
okay.
grape fizz cocktail. Um, and it's the actual cocktail is gin, white grape juice, ginger ale, and red grapes. But
Oh, okay.
this is a little more of the grape candy flavor, not really like it's
Oh,
more okay, so it's Concord grapes, but not candy to the point where you would hate it, Denny. It's
mm-hmm.
not very sweet. It's a
Okay.
little tart and it's very, very light.
Okay.
So this is a beach beer. I actually had it today.
Oh,
Beach beer. It's a subtle grape flavor. There's a little tart from the lime, and it's not one of those beers like how we were talking about earlier with this straight to ale, the shout at the devil.
mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, sometimes they'll put that caramel adjunct in there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. It's too
it's too much.
sweet and
It's your palate's clean after you drink it, and I end up wanting to drink more. It's a little carbonated, so it's tough to drink too many of them too quickly, but really, really enjoyed it. And I guess the environment made it better. But
yeah.
having it at the beach today, it's a perfect beach beer. It's a little fruity, it's a little tart, it's really refreshing. I'm glad you opened your beer. And I enjoyed it. 3.75 um, for my untapped rating. Um, but it's definitely noteworthy. Not like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever, but it was great for the beach today. It was great for when we were in the Florida Keys. Just and it's five, I think it's like 5%.
Okay.
Easy drinker.
Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it
You
for
should
something
try
different.
it.
Yeah, for a hot summer drink that's fizzy and fun.
Yeah, you could mow the lawn and have one of these.
Yeah, I could throw it a lot. Or I could
Yeah.
vacuum.
I'm gonna put
I
that
sent you
to,
that picture.
yeah,
My daughter was watching me work. You know,
yeah.
she was bummed. She was like dead and laying on the couch. And basically Sarah and I are still working around the house. And I had poured a beer and I was like, you know what? I got to vacuum. So I started grabbing my beer in one hand, vacuuming the other, and I was vacuuming the house and drinking. And she said she tried to get me one while I was drinking and vacuuming at the same time, but she wasn't fast enough. But she got me the one where I was just moving in and
It's
but
a great photo. And listen, Haley, you've got the friggin' best dad ever. The fact that you can give him a list of things to do, and he's like, "Sure, I'll drive 3 hours and help you do stuff." Uh,
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm definitely tired,
yeah,
but we got a lot done, and
good,
so she's sitting in a much better place where
good.
she's got a lot of stuff. I mean, next time I come down, I won't have to work as hard. Let's just say that. That'll be good.
Yeah. Well, listen, we need to talk about the way that you're setting this up because you told me that you're buying more beers than she is, but you're also doing more of the work because she's sitting on the couch and you're vacuuming with a beer in your hand.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you.
I was a bit disappointed. I'll admit, like, we went to Jim Dandy,
Yeah.
and by naturally, I just open a tab, and sometimes she'll say, no, 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 it's on me, and she'll open a tab, but this time she didn't open a tab, and so yeah, so I end up buying most of the beers when we go out. It's okay. I enjoy drinking with my family, and
No, and I love giving you guys crap about it too, just because, well, it's your daughter, but
yeah, yeah. Well,
eh,
and she's she's in a new house and she's got new bills, and so I understand that it's she doesn't have as much free cash as I don't have. So,
yeah, yeah,
but hey, I'm not gonna. I did only go last two trips. I've only gone to Jim Dandy one of the 2 days, 2 nights that I was there. The only reason we didn't go last night was because I forgot. We normally go on a Friday and a Saturday and come back Sunday. Well, we had to leave on a Saturday, so we were there Saturday night. And then as we were thinking about going over to the Jim Dandy, we looked at their hours. On Sundays, they open early to do a brunch.
really.
So they open like at 10 o'clock, but they close at 3.
Hmm.
And like we were heading over and I'm like, oh, they're closed now. And so we missed out on going a second time, but that's okay.
All right.
It's okay. It's
That's
okay.
okay. But again, so I tell my daughter this all the time. Listen, I only torment the ones I love. So if I'm going to give you shit about it over text message, hey, you're doing it wrong, that means I care.
Hmm.
Well, Denny, what about your new and noteworthy beers? Because you got a couple in your list too.
Yeah. Well, let me go over quickly. Of course, I just had it all queued up and now I have to go back and find it. But um, I mentioned in the last show that before I went to help move my daughter move in Pocatello last episode, my buddy Alex Fuchs came into town. We were to spend, he came in and we were to spend one night together, going out, having dinner and drinking. But what I failed to mention is, every time he comes and we see each other, he's very generous in bringing me beers from Europe and Israel. And I really do appreciate it. And the beers he brings me are really good. So I have one I'm going to talk about that I had of the last batch he brought from New Pioneer Brewing, which I've talked about. New Pioneer, they probably my highest rated brewery right now in Israel because it's a smaller. It was a Gilad. I've mentioned Gilad before. He had a brew shop and he was home brewing. And he basically opened a shop because he wanted to supply his own home brewing needs. And then he had, in the years past, he had won the best home brewer in Israel a couple times, a couple years. And for Samuel Adams would go and they would hold this competition, and he won it a couple times. And the prize was to get a bottle of the Utopia.
Ah,
And so he had 2 bottles of this Utopia that he had won home brewing. And I also mentioned, again, I'm going back to what's mentioned in shows past, but one of the visits that I was there, we had beer tasting event, and I was at Gilad's house, and he allowed me to try Utopias from one of his bottles that he had, and I really appreciate that, because if it wasn't for him having that bottle and sharing with me, or a shot of it, I would have never experienced it, because I'm not going to be able to spend the
Right.
money
$250.
to get one. So Gilad, he's been brewing more commercially, and his commercial brewing label is New Pioneer Brewing, and I love his beers. He makes some great beers. Well, this one's called the Mango Hops and Pillars of Clouds. It's a fruited IPA. And what I said about this one, nice, bright, fruity aromas, big fruity flavor with so many different tropical and citrus fruits. There is even a hint of coconut in the aftertaste. Bitterness is just right, gives it just enough edge. I really like this beer. Thanks, Alex. 4.5 cap rating. So that was a really good one. Like I said, most of the stuff I drink from Gilad, from New Pioneer, is like fantastic. High ratings. Really, really good beer. Then the next one is from Matchless Brewing out of Washington State, I believe. Let me go find this one. Oh, shoot. Where did... you wish I would just... Oh, here it is. It's called Citrus Submarine, and it's a hoppy Pilsner. And as I say on this one, I say, holy citrus smorgasbord.
We
so
all
many,
live
so many different citrus aroma notes. Flavor has a nice orange marmalade flavor with a hint of orange peel oil zest. Base cereal malt still present. A really tasty beer. 4.25 cap rating out of Matchless Brewing in Washington. And then the last beer is the Jim Dandy beer I had this trip. It's a hazy pale ale called Boost Mode Hazy Pale. Nice pale citrus, berries, and coconut with a creamy, soft mouthfeel, yummy 4-cap rating. So there you go. Those are my new and early beers for this episode. I drank a lot of different beers. I just didn't want to go too crazy with having a bunch of them. They were all about 4-cap rating. So I just went with
You had to pick the best of the best.
4.2 and 4. Yeah, keeping it short and sweet. But Kris, I was trying to keep this show right at an hour and a half. We're going to be a little bit over. But
You
hey,
did
we're
it.
not gonna be
It's
that
10:01 my time.
Yeah, but we still got to raise our glass to anyone we'd like to raise a glass to. So who would you like to raise a glass to tonight?
Well, I want to raise a glass to a couple people. First off, to Matt Griffo, right here. Well, I mean, literally a couple miles down the road. His son graduated high school yesterday. So congratulations to the Griffo family. And
Yes, cheers.
you brought up Alex Fuchs. Yesterday was his birthday.
It was his birthday.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday, Alex.
And Denny,
29 forever.
29 forever. It's the how many year anniversary of his 29th birthday, right?
Yeah, I think it's his 10th anniversary of his 29th. I think he's 39 now.
Yeah? Okay.
One more year before he turns 40.
Oh, so he's the baby out of all three of us. Great.
Yeah. He was the baby.
I'm the messed up middle child. All right. And then Denny, who would you like to raise a glass to this evening?
First off, our Patreon toast goes out to Mr. Eric Gronley out of Minnesota. Cheers, Eric. Thank you for your Patreon support. And the next toast goes out to, today is Memorial Day. So I always give a toast out to our servicemen and veterans. But this toast goes out to all those who have given the ultimate sacrifice in protecting our country and our freedoms, losing their life in times of war. And as I mentioned it previously in other episodes and on Facebook a while back, this Memorial Day means a lot to me because I'm named after my father, who was named after his uncle, my grandfather's brother, who died as a prisoner of war on that Bataan March in the Philippine Islands in World War II. So I'm actually a living memory of my great uncle Denny Luce. So cheers to all those who went out there and unfortunately sacrificed their life, but it wasn't a sacrifice. It was actually to provide us what we have now. So cheers to all those memories. And of course, being a former serviceman, I always want to raise my glass and thank all those who have served or are currently serving in the U.S. military services, protecting our freedoms. Thank you for your service, and I hope all who are deployed are able to return home safely to their families very soon. And you can find the beers and links to the article on the show post, located on the show post at taptocraft.com. And it is a last call. It's time to bring this show to a close. We want to thank you for downloading and listening. We ask you to please tell a friend and subscribe to our show on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a new show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.